A busy entrepreneur, and that's what we want to talk to.
Wow, it's a long time.
That's a long time. Larry Fischer from Stores Networks, President and CEO. Hi, Larry.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Larry, for our listeners, since you're in such high demand, why don't you tell our listeners what Stores Networks is?
Great. The easy way to describe it is we're in a space called digital signage. So we help retailers and banks and others tell stories inside of their places, usually by screens.
So when I'm going up the elevator downtown to see some large financial service company,
Bingo, that's the kind of stuff.
And I'm reading the headlines in the elevator. That's you?
You're in the mall.
Yeah.
You're in the in a doctor's office. That's a big growing space.
Doctor's offices too.
Mm-hmm.
So those is it a very competitive marketplace?
It's growing quickly, so I guess there's not necessarily a lot of bumping in between a lot of competitors yet.
Now, anybody else but you, I might say that when you were 7 years old and you were sitting there to dream, we weren't sitting around thinking, I'm sick of this Muzak and this doctor's elevator. I want to change the elevator business.
No, but I did love music, one thing, and I did that growing up with others and had managed a band and stuff like that. And there's some, if you look back, there's some connecting the dots, but absolutely not. No.
So how did you were you an entrepreneur before you started this business? What were you doing before this?
I had created a company that worked with colleges, so kids who graduated, and we'd create T-shirts and other kinds of logoed merchandise and sign up kids in each of the colleges, teach them how to do that. And then I moved into, created a watch business, which was like Swatch combined with the sports merchandising. So my company had licensing with the NBA and with the Olympics and other things like that. That was another business I started before this.
So you were a serial entrepreneur from the start?
I can't get it out of me, yes.
I'm trying to get back to the roots of it. Did you know from the beginning you wanted to be in your own business, or did you work for somebody else and go, forget it?
Yes, worked for somebody else and said forget it. And you look back, and I don't know, you may have this in other people as well, family members or very close friends, people that you, I guess, looked up to. And in my case, it was my grandfather, who was kind of an entrepreneur and followed in his footsteps.
Right. So again, talk to us about who are your typical clients, if there are typical clients.
Yeah, so we got started about 20 years ago doing digital sales tools for financial service companies. That was big for us up until around 2001. And then that switched because of 9/11, where our clients were Fidelity, Standard & Poor's, and those big name companies. They couldn't get to their offices for months and months. So we said, what are we going to do? So we turned around and we turned to one of our clients, which was Microsoft at the time, and some other technology clients, and kind of got started that way and saw some problems that they were having trying to tell stories inside of retail locations. And that's where the idea came up. And we built this platform that allows those companies to deliver information to customers and measure and track and all that good stuff. And that was years and years ago. Kind of this, more recently it's called digital signage, and we were doing that a little bit before that.
Interesting.